Hello everyone, Mark here with Mark's Max Muscle. And as the title reads, today we're going to find out, at least in my opinion, if Arnold Schwarzenegger had what it took to beat Bill Pearl back in 1971. This was a fan requested video, and I have to admit, there's a lot of forums and videos based on this matchup. And we're going to find out why before we do the comparison, so snap yourself some popcorn and fasten your seatbelts. We're going to go for a little bit of a history lesson here. Of course, as we all know, back in 1965, there was the Mr. Olympia competition, and Larry Scott was the first winner. He held on to that title for 2 years. But in my opinion, back then, there was a couple of guys, namely Bill Pearl and Reg Park, that were superior bodybuilders. Much larger frames and just altogether better bodybuilders. And as you can plainly see here, this of course is the NABA Pro Mr.Universe history. Here to the left, to the right is just the NABA Universe. But anyway, if you'll notice, way back in 58, Reg Park won the title, and he never actually lost the title. He would retire and he'd come back. And Bill Pearl, 61 here. He never lost the title. He won it and then kind of retired. Reg Park, same thing in 65. Bill Pearl came back in 67 and won the title again. So Reg Park and Bill Pearl never actually met, and Bill Pearl kind of retired, as did Reg Park. But in 68, Arnold Schwarzenegger hit the scene big, and he won the NABA Pro Mr. Universe title. And in the process, he actually scored a victory over Reg Park, who sort of came out of retirement, I guess you could say. But he did that his whole career. Now, Arnold held on to that NABA Pro Universe title for 3 years, as you can see here. Now, let's have a look at the Mr. Olympia title history, rather. Now, you can see Sergio Oliva had a strong hold on that title from 67 to 69. Now, Arnold lost to Sergio in 69, so it really has nothing to do with the title here. It has to do with who beat who and who can beat who. So in 1970, Arnold not only won the NABA Pro Mr. Universe, but he also redeemed himself and scored a victory over Sergio Oliva to get the IFBB Mr. Olympia title. So really, Arnold was the ultimate champion here for sure. But he'd never beat Bill Pearl, and Pearl knew this. So what Bill did, as you can see here, he not only entered, but he entered and won the 1971 Mr. Universe, the NABA Pro Universe title. So, where was Arnold? Bill Pearl beat Sergio Oliva and Reg Park in this competition. So, where was Arnold? I mean, this was his title to regain, was it not? So there's the controversy, and there's the reasoning for this matchup. And of course, as usual, there's not many photographs of the Bill Pearl or really Arnold for the 71 Universe or the 71 Olympia for Arnold, because we'll have to use those pictures. So I decided to expand Arnold's pictures here. We're going to use 1970, 71, 72, up until 72. 73, he really got good, so be kind of unfair to Pearl. And as for Pearl, we're gonna use maybe his 67 and of course his 71 pictures. Anyway, ring-a-ding-ding, let's begin these comparisons without further ado. And as you can plainly see, Pearl does a very good job matching up size to the Austrian oak. Of course, this comparison, I'm basing their heights and things of that nature to this here comparison back in 67. And as you can see, Pearl is a big guy. It surprises me. And he's actually, he's taking this front relaxed position. Now, I may have the sizes a little bit off here, but like I said, that other comparison, you can see Pearl is just structurally a little bit better than Arnold as far as their shoulder width and things of that nature. Anyway, this surprises me. Pearl gets the first Duke. Wow. Anyway, let's go to the next comparison. And once again, I am astonished on how good Bill Pearl is doing up against Arnold as far as the size and mass is concerned. Of course, Pearl always had them big legs, huge calves too as well. But as far as the wheels are concerned, I am giving this to the Austrian oak. Look at the deep cuts in those legs. He really developed those cuts over the years. And This is a 71 pitcher, so it does count for sure. Arnold's conditioning there and around the lats and stuff like that. And of course, the guns, the arms. That advantage goes to Arnold as well. But like I said, very impressive to Bill Pearl. He's no pushover, for sure. Much respect goes to him. Let's go to of course, Arnold gets the Duke here. Let's go to another comparison. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the back development of Bill Pearl, take a gander. And if you've ever wondered why he was so famous in this sport of bodybuilding, wonder no longer. Usually when they would turn around in a competition, Bill Pearl's big, thick, just grizzly bear back would put any other bodybuilder to shame. I believe that's how he did beat Sergio Oliva in 71. And by this comparison, he is beating the Austrian Oak. Just look at the size of the trap development. Arnold has a good back. Always had a nice, good Christmas tree there. Look at the Christmas tree on Bill Pearl as well. Wow. Anyway, Arnold does have the advantage in the calves here, I will say. Pearl's got some good calves, so. Anyway, if it's a shame there's no other back shots, there's no rear lat spreads of Pearl for this competition, and there was one of Arnold. It's a shame. Could have really pulled Pearl ahead in this competition. It's hard to say. Let's go to another comparison. And Bill is doing quite well for himself against the Austrian Oak here. But, of course, there's just no way that anybody really can compete against Arnold in this classical pose. Look at the deep cuts in the legs. Makes it pretty much a knockout. But, again, ladies and gentlemen, much respect to Bill Pearl. And there's really not many other comparisons here. And of course, there is no answer to Arnold's big side chest pose here from 71, which I don't think Bill would ever be able to touch. But of course, one could argue that Bill Pearl had a fan-smashing side tricep that I personally believe Arnold probably couldn't touch that one of Bill Pearl's. And also, one could argue and say Bill Pearl had a better back, so he did have a rear lat spread. Could be lights out. But anyway, you could go back and forth. Arnold has a better front lat spread. But at the end of the day, I think I will have to lean slightly towards the Austrian Oak himself for this competition. I believe in 71, Arnold's conditioning was just too tight. Maybe a few years before, and no doubt in my mind, good old Bill Pearl would have beat the Austrian Oak. But the conditioning was just too much, I believe. Of course, if you look at it the other way, Arnold Schwarzenegger never did step up to the plate in 71 to defend his Universe title against Pearl. So, in some ways, Bill Pearl was the man up until 71. And to be the man, you have to beat the man. And of course, in my opinion, the Olympia title was regarded as the best title in 72 after Pearl did retire. But really, up until then, Arnold was scared to face him. Either that or Joe Weider wouldn't let him. I don't know, hard to say. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this fan-requested video. And it just goes to show you I do read those comments and I will make videos if I do see the requests. It may take a little while sometimes, but I do get to them eventually. Anyway, I do thank that viewer that did request this. An awesome idea for a video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.